Welcome back. I'm Jonathan Raju, and this is the OG Spice Guy Show Market Updates. Today's episode is about what it takes to solve a problem in your supply chain. We've already discussed the issues in the global oregano market, and I want to walk you through what we're doing at HQO to address this crisis. Then we're going to talk about HQO's processing and manufacturing, and why, in this environment, having a partner who can actually fix a problem is more valuable than ever. Let's get into it. The oregano market is dealing with a long-term global supply disruption, and the issues stem from one country, Turkey. This isn't a blight or a one-time weather event. We've seen a consistent trend over the years of worsening droughts in Turkey that are lowering yields and raising prices. Turkey supplies roughly 80% of the world's oregano, and oregano is a huge product. Just think about it. It's in pizza, pasta, and dishes all over the world. So at HQO, we've pivoted. We're actively working with our trusted suppliers to start growing oregano in Egypt and New Mexico. This is an example of how important relationships are in this business. Both of these growers have actually already been guests on the OG Spice Guy Show. In Egypt, we're working with Judy Seraphim from Spice Kingdom. Egypt is in the Mediterranean, so there's already the infrastructure and climate to grow the crop. New Mexico, on the other hand, is not your typical origin for oregano. There's more rainfall, the altitude is higher, and the temperature swings are more extreme. Despite this, we've already planted our first crop with Seiko Spice, who joined us for an episode last month on chili peppers. It's important to make this distinction again on this podcast. Mexican oregano is not the same plant as Mediterranean oregano. Mexican oregano is already grown in the American Southwest. We're growing Mediterranean oregano. There's a larger philosophy behind all of this. HQO does not want to be sole sourced on any ingredient. When you have one origin, you have a single point of failure. The Turkey situation is a perfect example of what could go wrong. Having Egypt and New Mexico and traditional sources gives us flexibility. If one region has a bad year, we're not going to say, sorry, there's nothing we can do. We're going to have alternatives. Here's another update from HQO that I'm proud of and our buyers should know about. We've been expanding our manufacturing, processing, and handling capabilities. Because here's the truth, in this market, it's not enough to just source an ingredient. Sometimes the ingredient that's available isn't in the form that you need, or it has an issue that needs to be solved before it can go on grocery store shelves. And there are very few facilities in the United States that actually know how to handle something like that. So let me give you some real examples from calls we've gotten recently to illustrate what I'm talking about. A customer came to us with a spice blend that they needed to be declumped. Clumping happens in transit, in storage, or in humidity. We were able to process their clumped blend back to a usable powder. We had a customer who received oregano flakes when they needed oregano powder. Wrong grind, wrong specification. They had the material and couldn't use it. We milled it down to spec. Problem solved. Another company reached out because a foreign material got into their turmeric shipment. They didn't want to send it all the way back to India, so they called us, and we had it treated. It saved what would have been a total loss on a significant amount of product. Similarly, a company that sells a particular herb found insects in their shipment. It's an unfortunately common occurrence with botanicals that travel long distances. They had no idea what to do. I told them, don't worry about it. HQO can perform organic disinfestation techniques. When HQO was inspected by the FDA years ago regarding our ready-to-eat program, we figured out the most effective treatment methods and validations. And now, we're the first organic spice company that's 100% ready to eat. Most spice companies are set up to just receive the clean spices, pack it, and ship it. We've built something different. A facility that can solve problems. It's an example of turning a challenge into an opportunity for growth. Thanks for listening to this month's market updates. The bigger theme in both of these stories, and you'll hear me come back to this a lot, is that the companies that are flexible and can solve problems are the companies that survive. I'm Jonathan Raju, COO at High Quality Organics, and this has been your market update for August 2026. If you ever have a topic you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments. See you next time. Okay, here's another update from HQL that the second I said it, in my head I go, did they hear it?
Isn't it so funny?
It's funny because you want us to not hear
Yeah.
it, but like, when that happens, then we're stuck with that. That's forever on YouTube.
And if we didn't, all you would think about is, they let me do that?
You're right. You're right. All right, I'm going to stop trying to play it off.